Hey, this is Wendy with Loaves and Dishes, and today we are going to thicken some spaghetti sauce. I'm going to show you 4 different ways to do this. The first way is the way that I prefer to thicken spaghetti sauce. Freeze frame it right here. You are going to be adding some tomato paste. So tomato paste comes in little 4-ounce cans or in a tube, but you'll want to use the 4-ounce can. Then just add a 4-ounce can of the tomato paste to your thin sauce. Here, mine's already simmering away, and I'm just going to stir that paste in. And then what we are going to have to do is we are going to have to taste and see what the sauce needs. And that is something I can't tell you exact amounts, because it's going to depend on where your sauce started and where you want to go. But in general, you're going to want to add salt, pepper, sugar, and Italian seasoning. And I would start with, I don't know, half a teaspoon of salt, maybe a half teaspoon of pepper, a good pinch of sugar, like maybe a teaspoon, and now see how that thickened right up and gave it a beautiful red color, and maybe a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So you'll see me adding here. I'm just giving large pinches. I'm not actually measuring. And then what you'll do is taste and see where you are. If it tastes kind of dull, that's just a sign that you need more salt. If it isn't sweet enough, of course, add sugar. See? It's that easy. Next, we're going to move on to a method that doesn't really change the flavor. It does thicken it up, but not as good as this tomato paste. Look how thick that is. And look what a bright red, lovely color. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just a gorgeous sauce, and it'll stick to your spaghetti too. Okay, let's move on to using cornstarch. So there's my thin sauce, and what I'm going to do is it's about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cool water. It's very important that you use cool water. Now you can see that's really thick and it's hard to stir. It's so hard to stir that I'm going to have to set the cup down on the counter there on my cutting board to get it loose. So just keep stirring. It will eventually loosen up. If you stir and stir and stir and stir and it's not loosening at all, just give it a tiny dribble more water. Not much, just a little bit. There, whew, finally loosened up. I'm scraping some off the sides. It'll be like milk when it loosens up. Then stir your sauce and add that in. It's going to change the color a little bit initially, and then it will start to thicken up. Give it a good 5 minutes to, I don't know what the official term is, but I say bloom. It takes it a little bit. If after 5 minutes you're not happy with how thick it is, just repeat what we just did. Okay, there we are. See how that thickened up? Perfect. Now that really won't change the flavor. It just changes the thickness. You can taste it and see. The next method we're going to use is using some Parmesan cheese. Now this actually works better with the Parmesan cheese like you get in the green can. Almost every other recipe I ever tell you, I will say use real Parmesan that you grate yourself. But in this case, I think the green can actually works better. So I started with half a cup, and you can see that in just a few minutes, this sauce thickens right up. It's incredible how that happens. I don't know what's in there that causes it to do that. You can use regular real Parmesan as well, and it will thicken the sauce too. So see that? All right, final method. This is the one my mother always used. Just keep simmering. Just keep cooking. And your the extra water that's in your sauce will leave via steam, and it will eventually be as thick as you want. You just want to keep stirring it every once in a while. Just let it simmer away there. Nothing's hurt by doing that. And then you don't have to add anything. Just be careful, because it will taste a little more salty than it did originally after you've boiled off the water. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, this is Wendy. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you'll join Sarah and I on our mother-daughter adventures in takeout. You can find Dorks with Sports wherever you download podcasts or at dorkswithsports.com.